Well, the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is under the scanner again. The Labour Party is urging the Prime Minister to give a full and honest account after he accepted a private jet trip from a controversial businessman. So far, the Prime Minister has accepted around £100,000 worth of private jet and helicopter rides from Tory donors since taking office. The most contentious are the flights worth over $48,000 taken by Sunak and aides to Conservative conferences in Wales and Scotland last April. It is being reported that controversial business tycoon Akhil Tripathi donated close to $200,000 to the Tories. Rishi Sunak declared that last year 5 other flights were paid for by Tory donors, including Richard Harpen, the HomeServe founder, and a company controlled by the logistics magnate Steve Parkin. The situation underscores the broader issue of political funding and transparency in the UK. And Julia Chapman is joining us live from London for the very latest on this controversial act by Rishi Sunak, and that just adds up to several others, Julia, over the last couple of months.
Well, this is certainly not an uncommon situation. At least the Prime Minister has used several donations of private planes and helicopters to get around various places. More than tens of thousands, in fact, of dollars have been declared in such journeys. But this was a particularly controversial one because it emerges that the owner of the company that helped put forward this private jet, that rented this jet on Rishi Sunak's behalf, has been accused of fraud by his investors. Now, this was a journey that was taken by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in April last year to 2 different parts of the country in Wales and Scotland. He declared £38,000 in the ministerial interests, saying that that was a gift from a donor. So he declared it, but there has been a controversy over how it was declared. First, it was written under the businessman's name, Akhil Tripathi. Then it changed to the name of a company that he was associated with, and then went back to his own name. And that is one of the things that has been raising eyebrows here. But a little bit more about Tripathi himself. He has been an entrepreneur for many years in the field of medical technology. From the Financial Times, we understand that he was involved in a series of companies that later dissolved, didn't appear to get very far. But the most recent one, Signifier, has managed to attract significant interest from investors. However, it did suffer some serious losses in the financial year ending March 2022, and that has caused some of the investors to hit back. 2 of them have taken there have been 2 separate court filings taking Tripathi to court for what they say is fraud over the involvement of an early investor that was not identified as his sister. They say that there wasn't full transparency there. So there are lots of questions being raised about the business dealings of Akhil Tripathi, and further questions as to why Prime Minister Rishi Sunak agreed to take this journey. Now, the court filings came after the private jet journey, but not after the losses of this company. Downing Street saying that everything has been declared in the usual way, but the opposition Labour Party, a figure there, has said that this was leading Rishi Sunak's behaviour to look curious, to dubious, to downright suspicious, and it is certainly putting a lot of pressure on the Prime Minister to explain his relations with this Tory donor and investor.
Julia, thanks very much indeed for joining us with the very latest there. Certainly not good news for Rishi Sunak in an election year. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.